I am adding this short prologue to make it clear to the machines that translate my voice to text that I am speaking English. Let's hope it works. Hi. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day, but it's still bitterly cold. There's a frost on the grass. I've come up today to pick some rhubarb, but I will also show you a little bit of what I did the other day. It was a good deal warmer the other day than it is now, so I cut the grass and I used the clippings to spread along the potato rows like so, just to give it an extra few nights of protection. We haven't had the last frost yet, and I'm hoping that's going to be soon, and after that the potatoes can grow to their heart's content. I've also managed to sow a few more seeds, and this is a row of kale, which is a brassica, and like all brassicas, the pigeons will peck them and eat them when they're small, so I've given this row a little extra protection. Today I'm going to plant a few more greens, and I've started to prepare this plot here for them. And if you notice, there's a gap I'm leaving here between these two sets of green vegetables, and here is where I'm going to plant my sweet corn. Sweet corn, or maize, is wind pollinated, which means that it's no good planting it in a row. It needs to be planted in a block so that wherever the wind is coming from, it can carry some of its pollen around. As far as rotation goes, sweet corn comes under fruits in the three divisions that I've artificially created: roots, fruits and leaves. But I shall rotate it by moving it up and down the plot, because it needs to be in a block. But I will also link it and make it part of the block of beans and squash, with which it'll grow happily. In fact, that's how Native Americans grew them. Together, the beans and the sweet corn would grow up vertically, and squash tends to sort of ramble all over the ground, so it would grow in between the other plants. That's 3 more rows of greens sown. Only about 5 weeks ago, it was so wet up here you could hardly walk on it. Now it's as dry as a bone. It hasn't rained since, and I'm already watering things. I watered the potatoes, and I had to water in those seeds I sowed. Well, that's me finished here, and I'm going to go home. I'm going to take a couple of pots of soil with me, onto which I shall sow some more basil and parsley seeds, and they will go in the airing cupboard. But apart from that, it's all done. So I'll see you later. I think the warm weather last week lulled me into a false sense of security, and I built a little incubator out of bricks and plastic, if you remember, and I put some delicate seeds in it to germinate. But I think it's far too cold for them to germinate there, so I brought them back here, and I'm going to put them in my airing cupboard just to get them started. This is the little pot of basil seeds that I sowed about 10 days ago, and it started to germinate a bit quicker, I think, than the parsley, which is still not visible. But I'll take this down to the allotment tomorrow and give it a taste of fresh air.